Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep and welcome all of you to this session today, which is about SPJIMR form filling session. But before I start, can you all just confirm it once to me? Is everything fine? Am I audible and visible to all? Please confirm once. Is everything okay, guys? Very good afternoon to all of you once again. Hi Samarth Agrawal, good afternoon. And straight away, Samarth Agrawal has put up a question. Hi Hers, good afternoon. Hello Ayushi, very good afternoon. Good afternoon, Santosh. So I was filling the form and by mistake I choose PGDM and PGDM BM and I want to go for PGDM only. I called them, mailed them, raised a query, but no one is responding from their end. Only 3 days left. Samarth Agrawal, if you have applied for both, so even if you get PGDM BM, let's say you don't get PGDM, you can always say no to that, right? I'm sure you must have filled your first choice as PGDM. So, but even if you get selected to both of them, your first choice you can always take. And if you are not selected for PGDM, of course, you can always say no to that. But so I don't think there would be a problem. Yes, all is okay. Hello, Sonali, all clear. That's great. Hi, Parimala. Hello, Arpan, sweetie. Very good afternoon. So I think we can start with our session. We are talking about SPJIMR today, one of the best colleges in India for management, of course. And now they are taking only through CAT or GMAT. These two exams you have to apply to if you want to go to SPJIMR. And in CAT, I think after the IIMs, it is one of the top five colleges you can talk about. I mean, when I talk about FMS, it is definitely among the top five apart from the IIMs. After FMS, I probably think that the next best college under CAT is either SPJIMR or IIT Bombay. So SJSOM. So they both are of the same quality. So yes, SPJIMR is definitely one of the best colleges under that. And then now IFT is also there. There are others as well. So definitely one of the best colleges. The average package of SPJIMR of last year was approximately 33 lakhs. So which is equivalent to that of IIM ABC kind of colleges. So it definitely puts it into an A category college, A plus category college rather, I would say. Sir, about this form, Teja, we will talk about that as well. The way we have talked about MDI, IFT. Today we are talking about SPJN. So once the form is out for TIS also we can talk about, not a problem. What is the difference between PGDM and PGDM BM? Yes, sweetie, I'll come to that once we start discussing about it. So do we have to pay registration fee for colleges we are targeting? Yes, Pooja, for all the colleges, if you are targeting any college under CAT, apart from IIMs. So once you apply to CAT, you automatically are applied to the IIMs as well. But for all other colleges, yes, you have to apply separately for that. You have to pay a separate fees as well. So when I talk about SPJN, the last date to apply, so please listen to me carefully, the last date to apply for SPJN is 24th of November. The exam is on 26th. We already are on 21st today. So just 3 more days left to apply to SPJIMR. Okay. There are two primary courses that you can apply to that you can see on the screen. That is postgraduate diploma in management and postgraduate diploma in management, business management. What is the difference between the two? I'll be talking about that as well very soon. So I think we can start with it now. Yes. So all of you please open this page with me that you see on my backdrop as well. The SPJN Institute of Management Research.org, spjimr.org, and go to the postgraduate programs over there. Okay. So I think we can do it together to understand it better rather than looking at things. You can also do one thing that you can open it with me and you can keep looking at all the values. Of course, even I don't have to apply to SPGen, but still I can fill up the form. At the end, I might not be paying the fee, right? लेकिन मैं अप्लाई तो कर ही सकता हूँ, मतलब वैल्यूज तो सारी फिल कर ही सकता हूँ ना. Now full time courses में they have PGDM, PGDM BM. These two courses are full time. Then we have postgraduate program in management. After that, the next one, for that, of course, the program start date, as you can see, is December 2, 2023. The program start date is December 2, 2023. So it is only for those people who are working somewhere. It is already written over here that PGPM is an 18-month AICTE program, ideal for working executives. Okay? For working. So it's a different kind of program. Then we have global management program. Of course, the starting date for that is also January 2024. So these are not the courses for which you can apply now. So we are going to apply for these two only. One is PGDM and the other one is PGDM-BM. Both of them are of a 2 hour duration, 2 years duration, and both of them are going to start from June 2024. Right? Now, there is another program. I have already talked about this before as well, postgraduate program for women. So many of you might not be knowing about it, and probably many people take not completely seriously about this course. But what I have figured out about this course, it's a brilliant course for all the women out there who have a work experience, right? So they have a certain criteria that you should be having a certain work experience. Along with that, you should be having a gap of 1 year, at least 1 year in your job. That means you worked for 3 4 years, and after that you left your job. It should be at least 1 year that you have left your job, and then you can go to this course. It's an 11-month completely residential program, and the average increase in the salary of women who applied to this course is approximately, I think, 150% or maybe more than that. So iska matlab, if you are currently getting 5 lakh rupees salary, on an average there is an increase of 7.5 lakhs on that. So that's how big difference they are making through this program. But as I said, currently we are talking about these two programs only. Now they have already told us that what is the fee structure of the two. Okay, तो अगर सॉरी फी स्ट्रक्चर की बात कर रहा हूं मैं, द रजिस्ट्रेशन फी फॉर द टू, द रजिस्ट्रेशन फी दे हैव क्लियरली टोल्ड अस दैट if you are applying for only PGDM, you have to pay 2000 rupees. If you are applying to only PGDM BM, you have to give 2000 rupees. If you are applying for both, the fee is 3000 rupees combined. It is not 2 plus 2. There is a discount of 1000 over there. Okay, so Nikita has a question. There is a profile-based selection too in SPJIMR Institute of Management Research. Nikita, actually SPJIMR is famous for that, right? They are famous for this profile-based selection. About that also I will be talking. Sir, can we fill only BM? Yes, Ankit Bajpai, you can fill only PGDM. You can fill only PGDM BM, or you can fill both as well. That's completely up to you. लेट्स स्टार्ट फिलिंग अप द फॉर्म नाउ. सीधा सीधा आते हैं, आप लोग इस पेज पे आ जाइए, SPJIMR Institute of Management Research.org पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट प्रोग्राम्स. आई हैव कम हियर. तो आपका होम पेज है, इट वुड लुक समथिंग लाइक दिस, ब्रिलियंट वन. ठीक है, सबसे पहले इसमें वर्ली सी लिंक आता है. So go here, programs, then go to postgraduate programs. There you have these two. So even if you want to apply to PGDM, BM or PGDM, दोनों के लिए किसी पे भी apply कर दो, doesn't make a difference. So I click on apply now. Okay. I see this registration page over here now, which says the first name has to be filled in here, the last name, the email address, the mobile number, any password of your choice. Then you have to fill up the state, city, enter text. So all these things that you see on the screen, and after that you have to register for it. I have already registered, so I would of course be straight away clicking on already registered. Please keep this in mind. I have already told you the last date to apply is 24th of November 2023. Because I have already registered, so I'll click on this button of already registered. I've already filled in the details, my email ID and my password, and now I will log into that. I filled up some of the data, so therefore you see an application form over here which says continue, but there are other things as well which I need to do. So I have kept them already, so you might see a different window when you open it up. Do not assume that mine is different. I've just worked on this a little bit, so therefore it is different. But of course you would understand once you start filling up the form what all things are to be done. Sir, what is the cutoff for B? Is the cutoff for BM lower than that of PGDM? Ankit Bajpai, SPJIMR does not come out with the exact cutoff for these two courses. So you can't say that which one is lower. But here they have clearly told us that the number of seats for PGDM is 240. For PGDM BM is 120. So in that ways you can say flagship course is definitely PGDM, right? The flagship course is PGDM. और जो फ्लैगशिप कोर्स होता है जनरली उसकी कट ऑफ थोड़ी सी ज्यादा होती है. सो पॉसिबली व्हेन अगर आप देखेंगे ना एक ऑर्डर भी जो आप देख रहे हैं स्क्रीन के ऊपर, दे पुट अप पीजीडीएम फर्स्ट देन पीजीडीएम बीएम. So most of the students who would be applying, they would be keeping their first preference as PGDM and the second preference as PGDM BM. So ऐसे केस में मोस्टली आपको क्या होगा, लोगों की जो पहली जो चॉइस है वो पीजीडीएम की है. once that fills up, After that only they'll go to PGDM and after that they would be applying to that as well. Okay. So, okay, sir, Tanmay कुछ कह रहे हैं sir, can you please tell little about the four specializations and what factors to consider while prioritizing specialization should be considered? One we can justify easily current field related. I will come to that, Tanmay. Actually, they have done something different about those specializations, and there only we can talk about it, right? Once we go to that, you'll definitely understand that. Oh, you have put up the question at the YouTube as well. Okay. Is it better to fill both or only one of them? Sonali, I would definitely suggest all of you to fill up both of them. Even if PGDM might be slightly better than PGDMBM, but still they both would be good enough to apply to, right? Ultimately, you would be an SPJIMR pass out. And I do not think there would be much difference between the two courses. So I think you can apply to both of them. The only difference I see, as someone was asking as well, कि क्या difference है दोनों में? जो मुझे difference दिखाई दिया वो सिर्फ एक. The difference is in PGDM, you have to choose your specialization beforehand. आपको पहले ही बताना पड़ेगा whether you want to go for finance or you want to go for marketing or you want to go for operations and supply chain or you want to go for I mean the fourth one, I don't HR probably. Whereas when you talk about PGDM you do not have to choose the specialization beforehand. That is one difference. Second, the non-Indian residents also can apply to PGDM, but they cannot apply to PGDM That is the difference between the two. ठीक है, ये दोनों के बीच में एक अकेला डिफरेंस मुझे जो है नजर आया है, जो मैं आपको बता रहा हूं. ओके. How profile plays a major role in SPJIMR? Please do describe. Harsha, see, SPJIMR actually gives you two kind of calls. One is profile based calls and one is profile cum score based calls, right? So when you talk about scores, if you do not have a very good profile, profile का मतलब है आपका academics, right? Profile का मतलब है your work experience, the area of your work experience, I mean the quality of your work experience, length of your work experience, your academic scores, how good are they, any other kind of extracurricular activities and the level where you have reached in them, that all makes your profile. So you have to clear a sectional cutoff and an overall cutoff. If your profile is very good, they might give you a call at a percentile like 85, 86 percentile, right? Otherwise, if your profile is not good, you might not get a call even at 98 percentile. So therefore, in SPJN, I'm saying that profile plays an extremely important role. If your profile is very good, you have very good 10, 12 scores, you have a good work experience as well. So that means you can get into SPJN even at a lower percentile in CAT. Okay? वहां वो ज्यादा शायद आपके लिए ज्यादा मायने ना रखे. So हम लोग सीधा इस पे आ जाते हैं. Let's continue on this. So now when this page would open up, you have to submit the form, of course, by filling up all these details that will come on your screen. I've already filled up, so it has taken me to a point. लेकिन शुरुआत आप यहाँ first page से करेंगे, which is the specialization. It will automatically take you to this point. If you are filling up the form, तो ये आपको automatically यहीं पर लेके आएगा जो आपका specialization का page है. It will bring you here. Now, what happens on this page? First of all, some instructions are given, right? Normal instructions दो, जो मैंने आपको बता भी दी है. एस्ट्रिक वाला तो वैसे भी हम सबको पता है कि वो मैंडेटरी होता है. तो कॉस्ट मैंने आपको बताया 2000, 2000, 3000. Okay. Now, as someone was asking about these specializations, so SPJN has done a very good job here, a wonderful job here. Please check the below videos to get additional information on the 4 areas of specialization offered in PGDM program. As I said, वहां पे उन लोगों ने कुछ इसके बारे में दिया है. So, you have a YouTube video by Professor Shelja Jha, who is the area head of information management. Similarly, one video by the marketing head, one by the finance head, and one by the operations and supply chain head. So these are the 4 specializations that you have to choose. These are the 4 specializations you have to choose. और उन चारों के लिए उन लोगों ने एक YouTube वीडियो बना रखा है. Just watch that YouTube video. Through that you might get an idea कि मुझे कौन सी specialization choose करनी है and how do I select that. So it is you might get an answer from there as well. Now, after that, you see the first program applying for. So the first program, second program, of course, you can only apply for PGDM as well. From here, I can just remove this. So I can only apply for PGDM, that's completely my choice, or I can apply for PGDM, BM and both. तो जैसे मैंने यहाँ पे both कर दिया है. उसके बाद यहाँ पे for the first program they are asking you two things. First, what is your preference, right? So out of the two programs, which is your first preference and which is your second preference? I'm sure that 95% of the people would fill PGDM as first preference, PGDM BM as second preference. So therefore, the cutoff for PGDM BM would be slightly lower than that of PGDM. Then they ask for the specializations as well. For PGDM, what are the two specializations that you want to choose? So, for example, I have taken finance and operations and supply chain management. So, being a man of mathematics, I am more, anyways, interested in, financial things, and the operations and supply chain management parts are also related to that only in some manner. So, therefore, I chose it. How do you want to choose it? That's completely up to you कि आपको कैसे choose करना है. Secondly, you also have to mention the reasons of choosing these specializations. They have asked you this as well. ठीक है. अब यहां पे आप ये नहीं कह सकते मेरा मैथ अच्छा है तो मैंने इसलिए फाइनेंस चूज कर दिया. Many people say that, which is definitely not a reason to choose finance. Finance is not only mathematics. Of course, there is a lot of number crunching in finance that happens, but finance is not only about mathematics, and therefore those videos would become important for you, right? You can also surf on internet a little bit that which specialization you want to choose. Even if I tell you I have done my MBA in finance, so if I tell you that okay, in finance what all do we study, we talk about all these things, still that would, I mean, by that you would not be able to decide whether you want to go for finance or not, right? I can just tell you the subjects, right? If you want to tell you in detail about everything, that will take a lot of time. So it's better for you that according to your taste, according to your choice, you go to internet. So read about it. What all do we study in finance? Does that interest you? Right? So you would be studying a lot of things in finance. You would be studying about all the income tax rules as well. You'll be studying about stocks and shares as well. You'll be talking about commodities. You'll be talking about government securities and cost management. बहुत सारी चीजें उसके अंदर आ जाती हैं. वो सब जब आप वहां पढ़ रहे होंगे, does it interest you? Then read about information management. What all I would be reading in information management. So spend some time on that. Spend half an hour on finance as a specialization. Spend half an hour on information management. Then operations and supply chain. Then the marketing part as well. And then see what suits you the most. Right? Accordingly, then you can decide that which specialization I want to take. But definitely, one thing is there that in PGDM you have to choose it beforehand. पहले आपको बताना पड़ेगा क्या specialization है. Normally, we have one major and one minor. So probably the two specializations that they are talking about, probably they are giving you two choices that you can choose any one of them as a major later on, and the other one is minor. And the reasons as well. For example, graduation related area, you are choosing finance because you have done BCom in finance or something like that. Relevant work experience, or both are also possible. You can take both of them as well. So you have work experience in finance, therefore you are doing it. Specialized courses in the chosen area, you have done any specific 5 months 6 months course in that area. Or special interest, और special interest अगर है तो क्या, the moment you click on this they will be opening up a box over here. वो अब नहीं आ रहा है, हाँ ये आ गया. So mention your interest. I mean बाकी तीन चीजें अगर है तो कह रहे ठीक है, इंटरेस्ट भी है मान लिया. But if you are just talking about interest, then why are you interested in this right here? Similarly, for the second specialization as well, you have to fill it up and then you move on to the next page. But before I move ahead, is there anyone who has a question at this point? Please tell me. किसी का कोई डाउट है यहाँ पे इस पॉइंट पे? Just let me know, please. Because the second page would come up then, which is talking about your personal details. In personal details, normally we do not have much. वहां पे नहीं होता है. But still, I just want to know from you first. Anything? If a student can't make 95 percentile in CAT, can I apply to SPJIMR? Harsha, if you have a brilliant profile, then you can apply to. Otherwise, I would suggest not to apply. Hello, Gaurav Gupta. How are you? Hi, Gaurav sir. So Gaurav sir is also here now. You can ask him questions. He is a bundle of knowledge. Yes, all okay, I suppose. So now I'll move ahead to the next page, which is talking about your personal details. Personal details में तो क्या ही होगा, मतलब ultimately वही सब. What is your name? What is your father's name, mother's name? And nowadays they have started coming up with these kind of things as well. What is your annual income and all? We have to fill up those as well. First name, middle name, last name, gender, category, this all you know. I don't think I need to tell you anything about that. But I saw something, I mean, interesting over here. Though they are saying there is no age limit, but when I started filling in my date of birth, it I can't go below 1985, right? 1985 से नीचे का ऑप्शन ही नहीं है, and I am born before 1985, so I could not fill it, right? So मैं तो कुछ भी लिख दिया है खैर, और आई एम श्योर कि आप में से किसी को भी ये प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी. But there is another important point. They have written it over here. If your date of birth falls outside of stated years, please contact us. Right? Probably they knew that some people would come with this kind of age. तो इसलिए उन लोगों ने बोल दिया कि भैया अगर बाहर जा रही है तो हमें बता दो. मैंने खैर कुछ भी डाल दिया है. आप लोग अपना एक्चुअल डेट ऑफ बर्थ डाल देंगे तो यू विल गेट टू नो अबाउट दैट. वो तो आ ही जाएगा ना उसके अंदर, उसमें तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी. I have experience in IT, but I think I will do well in finance or operation. Any advice for me, Tanmay Agarwal? As I said, it's, I mean, just like that, you can't say. I mean, if someone comes to me and says, "Sir, should I play cricket?" What would I answer there? ठीक है, मैं कहूंगा यार देखो क्रिकेट के बारे में पता करो, ठीक है, play some cricket, get to know about yourself, whether you like it or not. So therefore, Tanmay, I would advise this only, that if you want to do well in finance or operation, ठीक है, you think you will do well in finance and operation. Why do you think so, right? Find out about this, right? Go to internet and find out about what all do we study in finance and operations. If it entices you, okay, of course you can go for it, but do not take a call just by by the name of it, or you feel that okay, finance, probably I'd become the CFO somewhere, or I'll become the CA. I mean, of course there are different profiles in finance, so what exactly you would be doing in finance, that's a very different thing. Similarly, what is operations, what all do we study in operations, you have to find it by yourself. Sir, having a humanities background, how to justify this specialization? Ankit Bajpai, that again, as I said, there are people. See, SPJIN is saying that even humanity people can apply to that. Science graduates can apply to that. Even, BBA students, BCom student, even if you are a law student, you can apply to SPJIN. Just think of this. How would a law student, justify this? How would a science student justify it? एक साइंस वाला क्यों करना चाह रहा है एमबीए? हाउ वुड दे जस्टिफाई दैट? जस्ट थिंक अबाउट इट. तो ह्यूमैनिटीज बैकग्राउंड से होने का मतलब ये नहीं दैट यू कांट जस्टिफाई. मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स can be attained by anyone. It does not have anything to do with the humanities background. You want to learn management. If you want to learn management, you don't have to justify that. I don't think that is needed, right? What all do you do in management? You must be knowing about that. What does MBA do for you? MBA में क्या पढ़ाते हैं, उसके बाद आप क्या क्या करते हैं, क्या सीखते हैं उन सारी चीजों से, बस ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. अगर ये सब आपको पता है तो यू कैन योरसेल्फ जस्टिफाइड. यू डोंट नीड एन आंसर फ्रॉम एनीवन एल्स फॉर दैट. You don't have to worry. Okay, so we put up our date of birth and everything, and Aadhaar number. Do you have a passport? I said no. Choose a passport size photograph. So now I have to choose it because I have to move ahead. So I have to choose it. So but now upload file size is limited to 2 MB. ठीक है, ये ध्यान रखना. Upload file size is limited to 2 MB. अच्छा, मैंने पहले अपलोड कर रखी, इसलिए कह रहा है maximum files uploaded इस बार. मोबाइल नंबर, पेरेंट्स मोबाइल नंबर, प्राइमरी ईमेल आईडी, ऑल्टरनेट ईमेल आईडी, कंट्री एटसेट्रा, नेम वेम फलाना फलाना, वो सब मैंने भर दिया है. परमानेंट एड्रेस सब कुछ भर दिया है. नाउ एट द एंड दे से, if you are shortlisted, are you willing to appear for interviews as SPJIN Institute of Management? I don't understand why have they asked it. Who would say no to that? मैं पैसा लगा के फॉर्म भर रहा हूँ और मैं कह रहा हूँ नहीं, मुंबई आने में इंटरेस्टेड नहीं हूँ, मैं घर आके मेरा इंटरव्यू ले लो, तो वो तो होगा नहीं. एंड इफ यू से नो, ऑफ कोर्स यू वुड बी लाइक अरे यार मैंने मना कर दिया तो वो तो बुलाएंगे ही नहीं. They are saying मुंबई आने में तुम इंटरेस्टेड नहीं हो, so why should we be calling it? Of course you should say yes and move ahead to the next page where we have then I think the academic details or address. Let's see what page opens up. Academic details. Yes, so now I'll be moving on to the next page where we are talking about academic details. Nikita has a big question. Oh god. 10th 81%, 12 79.6, graduation 9.5, CGPA, topper of college and all the 4 SEMs, youth festival winner, participated in West Zone Youth Festival, district level winner rifle shooting, participated best Garba player award at Ramzan, one day principal of college on 5th September, Narapan. This is my profile. Should I go for SPJ Institute of Management Research based on the profile? The profile looks okay, Nikita. See, the point is when you say that youth festival winner, right? It was some zonal thing. Then district level winner in rifle shooting. Best Garba player, I do not think that will, matter much. One day principal of college, even that might not matter much. It's an okay profile, Nikita. I would not say it's a brilliant profile. That it's not that kind of profile where you get a, I mean, call even at 86, 87%. And if you have a 4 or 5 years of work experience, that too in a very good company at a very good role, then it might have added up here. Sir, please share us the regular lecture timetable. Rutuja, there is no regular timetable for that. Just subscribe to the channel. You will keep on getting all the notifications whenever whatever sessions are happening. You'll get to know about them. Come to this page of aggregate details. Now, academic details में उन्होंने फिर से बहुत सारी चीजें बताई, but there is very important point. They have given you the eligibility as well over here for the Indian applicants, international applicants, and for PGDM BM Indian applicants. So, for Indian applicants for PGDM or PGDM BM, for both of them, the eligibility is the same, exactly same hai. But in that eligibility criteria, they have even mentioned this, that how do you put up your scores, right? 10th के स्कोर, 12th के स्कोर, ग्रेजुएशन के स्कोर आपको कैसे डालने हैं, वो सब भी उन लोगों ने उसके अंदर लिख के दिया हुआ है, डिटेल्ड, जस्ट लाइक कैट. इफ यू ओपन इट अप यू विल सी दैट. ठीक है, डिटेल्ड डेटा उसके बारे में सब कुछ गिवन है. आई एम श्योर ऑल ऑफ यू कैन सी दिस पेज ऑन माय स्क्रीन. एक बार मैं भी देख लूं ये आपको दिख रहा है कि नहीं दिख रहा है. I have opened up a PDF. I do not know whether that PDF is visible to you or not. Harsha, you must apply whatever score you get. Yes, the PDF is available. Okay. Try to get the best possible percentage. Just apply to that and try to get the best possible percentage. Okay, so as I said, academic background. Now, they have given an aggregate of all subject scores marks mentioned in the mark sheet will be considered for arriving at the final percentage. Right? This is an important point that I saw here. An aggregate of all subject scores mentioned on the mark sheet will be considered. For example, in our days, on our mark sheet, we also have marks in moral science. वो मार्क में काउंट नहीं होता था, लेकिन नीचे अलग से लिखा होता था मॉरल साइंस, और उसमें सबके ही 100 में से 90 प्लस आते थे. एंड इन दोज डेज 90 प्लस वाज अ ब्रिलियंट स्कोर. 60 प्लस वाज फर्स्ट डिवीजन. दैट वाज गुड इनफ. सो दिस इज समथिंग गुड फॉर अस. मतलब मेरे लिए तो अच्छा है अगर मैं इसको देखता हूं तो. दे आर सेइंग कि चाहे उन्होंने आपके कॉलेज ने और यूनिवर्सिटी ने कैलकुलेट करते वक्त उसको ना कंसीडर किया, फिर भी आपको कंसीडर करना है. Many people keep asking me this question, sir, best of 4 लिखने के साथ ये बेस्ट ऑफ 4 का कॉन्सेप्ट खत्म हो गया डीयू में. लेट मी टेल यू, इन नन ऑफ द कॉलेजेस इन एमबीए जहां भी आप अप्लाई करोगे बेस्ट ऑफ 4 का कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं चलता है. So please understand this. You have to fill up all the marks which are there in your mark sheet, even if they are not considered by your college or university while calculating the overall percentage. ग्रेड्स वगैरह को कैसे कन्वर्ट करना है वो सारा यहां पे लिखा हुआ है इसके अंदर, कि सीजीपीए को अपना परसेंटेज में कैसे कन्वर्ट करेंगे. दे आर सेइंग अगर आपकी जो मार्कशीट पे गिवन है तो वो यूज कीजिए, नहीं गिवन है देन what we are telling you just use that. At all is mentioned in this page. About work experience also it is mentioned, though they clearly written work experience is not mandatory for this program. Please make a point, work experience is not mandatory. Graduates with no work experience and those with less than 5 years of work experience can apply. That means they are saying you can apply only if you are having less than 5 years of work experience. हालांकि जब मैं अपना वर्क एक्सपीरियंस डाल रहा था तो मैंने उसमें डाल दिया 12-13 साल का वर्क एक्सपीरियंस, ऐसे कुछ भी डाल दिया. स्टिल आई वाज एबल टू फिल अप द फॉर्म. ठीक है, तो मेरे ख्याल से उनको ये है कि चलो कोई भी एक आदमी पैसे तो दे ही जाएगा, उसका मना कर देंगे. हमने साफ साफ लिखा था एलिजिबिलिटी में दैट यू कैन अप्लाई. आपने अप्लाई किया, आपने पैसे दिए, तो हमारी गलती इसमें नहीं है. सो यस, प्लीज कीप दैट इन माइंड. इफ यू हैव मोर देन 5 years ऑफ वर्क एक्सपीरियंस, डू नॉट वेस्ट योर मनी. यू आर आउट ऑफ द एलिजिबिलिटी. ठीक है, नाउ fill up the 10 details. I filled up all. I am sure that this again would be a point which you have done many a times before as well. You can fill them up. Similarly, 12th academic details, the graduation details, that all that you have to fill up over here. If you are in the final year of graduation, right? यहाँ पे इन्होंने एक बहुत अच्छा काम किया है, वो ये that UG result status. Normally we have appeared or appearing only. ये दो होते हैं, लेकिन they have said pursuing, completed but results awaited, because there are people at this stage जिनका ग्रेजुएशन कंप्लीट हो चुका है लेकिन अभी तक मार्कशीट नहीं आई है. So for those people this third part is also there, which is a very good thing in my opinion. है ना, काफी लोगों को शायद आपको सुन के अच्छा लगेगा कि ये बढ़िया चीज है, कि इसमें कंफ्यूजन रहती थी कि हम कर तो कर चुके हैं लेकिन मार्कशीट आई नहीं है. सो व्हाट डू वी अपलोड इफ वी से दैट वी हैव कंप्लीटेड ग्रेजुएशन? सो हियर दे हैव क्लियरली रिटन कि हो चुका है लेकिन अभी तक हमारे पास मार्कशीट नहीं आई है, देन यू कैन चूज दैट एज वेल. After that, you have to fill up the details of year wise as well of your graduation. If you have any other course, okay, you have to fill that up. Do you have any academic break? Right? If you have any break, they'll give you another box now that when was that break? कब हुआ था? और यहां आपको लिखना भी है कि क्या रीजन था उस ब्रेक का. You have to write that. ठीक है. Probably they might ask you about this at the time of interview. Probably क्या पक्का ही पूछेंगे क्या हुआ था, क्यों हुआ था. So if you have a break, that is not a negative, right? It's just that if there is a break, you have to just tell it here. ये मत कीजिएगा कि यहां ना बताएं कि क्या पता उनको ना दिखे, तो ये मत कीजिएगा. If you have a break, please put it here, right? If there is a break in your 10th or 12th or graduation, just write it here. Write the reason, whatever reason is there. Then if there is any post graduation, write it here. प्रोफेशनल क्वालिफिकेशन अगर कोई है तो वो आपको फिल करनी है, लेकिन इस पे स्टार नहीं है. दैट मींस इफ यू डू नॉट हैव एनी क्वालिफिकेशन, नॉट टू वरी. एंड एनी इंपॉर्टेंट सर्टिफिकेशन, मान आपने कोई स्टॉक मार्केट में कोई सर्टिफिकेशन किया है, कोई एचआर का छोटा मोटा कोर्स किया है, या कोई भी आपने मान लीजिए ऑपरेशंस का कोई कोर्स किया है जहां आप जॉब कर रहे थे, वहां पे जरूरत पड़ी थी इसको करने की, सैफ ऐप का आपने कोई कोर्स किया है, तो जस्ट राइट इट हियर वट एवर सर्टिफिकेशन यू हैव, and then you can move ahead. These certifications will also add up to your profile. Please keep that in mind. आपके प्रोफाइल को वो बेहतर करते हैं. So do not hide any such information at these stages. Sir, people who have not good profile, what should be the target percentile for them? Navneet, if you do not have a very good percentile, I would say for SPJIN, a target percentile should be 98.5 plus. ठीक है. प्रोफाइल के साथ बात अलग है, लेकिन अगर प्रोफाइल अच्छा नहीं है, क्योंकि मैं आपको एक साफ साफ चीज बता दूं, प्रोफाइल के बारे में एसपीजन बहुत ध्यान देता है. जस्ट टू गिव यू अ डेटा, इन द लास्ट बैच ऑफ एसपीजन, राइट, इन पीजीडीएम 81% of the students had a work experience, and in pgdm bm 83% of the students had a work experience. That means they are largely focused towards or tilted towards those people who have a work experience. So by that logic, I would say अगर आपका experience नहीं है, you need to get a very good percentile to fight with them, because they also give you two kind of shortlistings. First, profile based. Second, profile कम score based shortlisting. और उसके बाद 2 rounds of interviews. 2 इंटरव्यूज होते हैं फिर उसके बाद. ठीक है, ये इनका सीधा सीधा क्राइटेरिया है. So सबसे पहले प्रोफाइल बेस्ड शॉर्टलिस्टिंग, देन प्रोफाइल कम स्कोर बेस्ड शॉर्टलिस्टिंग, एंड अल्टीमेटली देयर वुड बी 2 rounds of interviews. Do we have to pay them for admission form? Of course, frozen. I just told you 2000 rupees for each course, and for both of them 3000. Okay guys, so I'll move ahead from here as well to the next page where he's talking about now probably our work experience. Let's see what is to be filled on the next page. Yes, work experience and achievements, you have to fill it up here. So just keep one thing in mind. When you say work experience, right, you must be having your joining letter, you must be having your salary slips, and you must be having your experience certificate from the company to show your work experience. These must be there with you, only then you can say it's work experience. And they have clearly written it should be a paid full-time work experience after graduation, and articleship, apprentice, or internships would not be considered as work experience. So please keep this in mind. This is a very, very important part for all of you. Sir, I graduated in July 23 and I am giving CAT this year. Does it count as drop year or gap year? No, frozen. It will not be counted as a drop year or gap year. Don't worry. I will not here, not in this form. यहाँ पे नहीं होगा ऐसा कुछ. Okay, everyone. So just have to fill up the name of the organization, industry, function, designation, gross annual income. You can write, you have to, of course, write the right gross annual income. And please keep this in mind. Try to keep it above 8 lakh rupees, because if it goes below 8 lakhs, so later on, मैंने पीछे वाले कुछ फॉर्म्स में देखा SMDA वगैरह में, they said when it was below 8 lakhs, they said, okay, now upload the EWS form as well. तो वो थोड़ा सा दिक्कत हो जाएगी, इसलिए मैंने जस्ट 8 लाख से ऊपर का कोई भी नंबर फिल कर दिया है. इज इट योर करंट जॉब, स्टार्ट डेट, डिस्क्राइब योर रोल ब्रीफली, and if you want to add more work experience, just click on this button, more data would come up, you can fill up all these details again, otherwise just leave it. But this page is extremely important. People who are talking about profile, प्रोफाइल आपका इसी पेज से बनेगा। योर वर्क एक्सपीरियंस, योर डेजिग्नेशन, फंक्शन, व्हाट डू यू डू ओवर देयर, ये बहुत ध्यान से लिखिएगा। डिस्क्राइब योर ब्रीफ, मैंने कुछ भी लिख दिया, लेकिन आपको सही सही लिखना है कि आप क्या करते हैं, बिकॉज दैट इज गोइंग टू काउंट टूवर्ड्स योर प्रोफाइल। Plus the achievements as well, as someone was telling me about the district level or state level or in inter university level, वो जो भी अवार्ड्स हैं वो सब यहाँ लिखिए। इंस्टीट्यूट ग्रांटिंग द अवार्ड, ईयर, कौन सी पोजीशन आपकी आई, फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड और नन, किस लेवल पे रहा, इंटरनेशनल, नेशनल, स्टेट, यूनिवर्सिटी, कॉलेज, स्कूल, एटसेट्रा, एंड डिस्क्राइब्ड अबाउट दिस एज वेल। सो पुट अप all these achievements, do not leave anything. So as someone was pointing out about a Garba I mean award as well, put it here, right? So it's also a part of your achievement, you should be putting it here. So any kind of which is there. So it might be about painting, it might be a football player, it might be, let's say, a judo player or anything, just put all of them here. And then versatility as well, right? Name of the activity, their interest, proficiency, award level. So the achievements would come over here and the versatility would come over here. Okay. And finally, the responsibility shouldered, as once again, I think Nikita was talking about it. Ki, one day principal she was made, so that will come over here, the responsibility shouldered. और आपने कभी मान लीजिए कोई आपने कोई टूर्नामेंट वगैरह करवाया है कहीं, कोई क्रिकेट का, फुटबॉल का, वो लिख दीजिए यहाँ पे। इन द प्रोफेशनल कैटेगरी जो जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज रही हैं, यू हैव हेडेड अ टीम ऑफ 10 people who went on an excursion, or you headed a team of some people who are particularly working on a certain project. All those things you have to fill up here. And then the information source, आपको कहां से पता लगा है वो सब यहाँ पे। और अगर आप किसी भी और कोर्स में इनके में इंटरेस्टेड हो, जस्ट क्लिक देम, वो आपको बेसिकली उसका कैटलॉग वगैरह भेज देंगे, एंड दे विल परस्यू यू फॉर इट, कि अगर आपको करना है तो ये कर लीजिए। What is experience certificate? Tanmay, if you are working in a company, the company gives you a certificate that, okay, this guy is working for us from this period to this period, and how has his work experience been, वो सारा आपको बताते हैं उसके बारे में। Okay, I'm sure till now everything is fine. There's no doubt to anyone, no questions, guys. सब कुछ ठीक ठाक है। I think this is the most important page here, जो आपके सामने है, जिससे मैंने आपको बताया वर्क एक्सपीरियंस एंड अचीवमेंट्स, इस पे आपको सबसे ज्यादा ध्यान देना है। This is going to be the most important area for all of you. Okay, खास ध्यान देने वाली चीज यही है। And finally, when you move next after this brings you, I think, to the final page. Nothing else is left now. तो सिर्फ वो आपसे ये पूछ रहा होगा, अच्छा ठीक है, सब कुछ ठीक ठाक है तो पैसे दे दीजिए। Competitive exam details. Oh yes. Now he is asking you about the exam details, whether CAT or GMAT. ठीक है, उसके लिए जो कि आपके एग्जाम के डिटेल्स हैं वो आपको यहाँ फिल करने हैं। So for CAT, because the result is awaited, you would say awaited, right? GMAT में अगर आपका रिजल्ट आ चुका है तो आप लिख दीजिएगा यहाँ पे, जस्ट if the result is awaited for CAT, just write your registration number, your primary email ID, whether it is same as that of CAT or not. After that, you don't have to fill anything, just move to next. CAT के अभी रिजल्ट आए ही नहीं है, तो ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन नॉट फिल एनीथिंग। यहां पे सिर्फ इतना फिल करने के बाद यू कैन मूव है। Sir, CATS 1087, no work experience. Should I fill this form or should I target some other college? Navneet, and this is an answer for all of you now. All of you are thinking, प्रोफाइल अच्छा नहीं होगा तो एसपीजन कॉल नहीं देगा। ऐसा नहीं है, दे डिड नॉट से दिस। दे आर सेइंग इवन इफ यू डू नॉट हैव एनी वर्क एक्सपीरियंस, स्टिल यू कैन अप्लाई टू अस। Yes, in those cases your profile is not very good, you must be having a very good percentile. तो अगर आपका प्रोफाइल अच्छा नहीं है बट यू आर आई मीन कॉन्फिडेंट इनफ टू गेट मोर देन 98 99 परसेंटाइल, यू मस्ट अप्लाई। लेकिन आपको लगता है मेरा प्रोफाइल अच्छा नहीं है, आई कांट गेट एनीथिंग क्लोज टू दैट, देन यू शुड नॉट अप्लाई टू दैट, एज सिंपल एज दिस। ठीक है, इतना कीन मतलब माइन्यूटली मैं नहीं बता पाऊंगा कि एग्जैक्टली ये प्रोफाइल और इतना परसेंटाइल है तो कॉल आएगा, दैट कांट बी डन, वो पॉसिबल नहीं है। इफ यू हैव ए ब्रिलियंट प्रोफाइल, आई वुड से जस्ट फिल इट अप, फॉरगेट अबाउट परसेंटाइल। बट अगर आपका प्रोफाइल बहुत अच्छा नहीं है, देन यू मस्ट बी हैविंग एटलीस्ट 90 99 परसेंटाइल, देन यू शुड अप्लाई टू दिस कॉलेज, अदरवाइज नॉट। एंड फाइनली दिस टेक्स यू द डिक्लेरेशन पेज। डिक्लेरेशन पेज में तो वही सब है, वॉट एवर इंफॉर्मेशन आई हैव गिवन, इट इज द बेस्ट टू माई नॉलेज। ठीक है, तो सब कुछ ट्रू है। वो सब करने के बाद आई जस्ट पे द एप्लीकेशन फी एंड दैट्स ऑल अबाउट इट। ओके, तो फीस तो आपको खुद ही पे करनी है, आई डोंट हैव टू डू एनीथिंग देयर। That is all about it. That's all that we have in the SPJIMR form. If there is any question, guys, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll close the session now. I'm sure I've tried to answer all your questions regarding this. But yes, while filling in the work experience details and the academic details, be very, very specific, right? Please go through the eligibility criteria on the academic page. There they have given you the complete formula about conversion to percentages from CGPA. प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट यू फिल अप द राइट डिटेल्स. अगर कुछ भी गलत फिल करेंगे बाद में रिजेक्ट हो जाएगा. ठीक है, जबकि हो सकता है आपको फिर भी कॉल आनी थी, लेकिन बिकॉज ऑफ फिलिंग द रॉन्ग डिटेल्स दे माइट रिजेक्टेड. तो जैसे बहुत सारी चीजें, जैसे यही लिख देना कि जो भी आपकी मार्कशीट पर है, यू हैव टू फिल अप ऑल ऑफ देम, राइट, इवन इफ दे आर नॉट कंसीडर्ड बाय योर कॉलेज और यूनिवर्सिटी. तो इन सारी चीजों को ध्यान रखते हुए दीजिएगा. इट इज नॉट अबाउट बेस्ट ऑफ 4 ओनली. प्लीज कीप दैट इन माइंड. सर एमडीए गुड़गांव के लिए अप्लाई करें या ना करें? कैट की प्रिपरेशन तो कर रहे हैं, बट ज्यादा अच्छा स्कोर नहीं आ रहा है. पलक मक्कड़, एमडीए गुड़गांव की कट ऑफ जनरली 95 96 के आसपास आती है. अगर आप उतना ला पा रहे हैं स्कोर और आपको उम्मीद है, फिल इट अप, अदरवाइज छोड़ दीजिए. ग्रॉस सीटीसी इज अराउंड 33 लाख सोनाली. ठीक है, 32-33 लाख के आसपास है. तो डेफिनेटली एमडीए वगैरह से काफी ऊपर आता है कॉलेज. Sir, for IITs also we need to fill the forms and pay the registration fee. Harsha, apart from IIMs, you have to fill it up for all the colleges. सबके लिए. Even for NITI, which is IIM Mumbai, अभी इस साल बना है. बाकी सबके लिए आपको फिल करना होता है. Okay, everyone. So that's all from my side. I'm sure this was a useful session for you. That's all for today, guys. Thank you very much. We'll meet in some other session now. Till then, bye-bye. And please take care of yourself and do press the like button on this page. And yes, do not forget to join us on 26th of November on the CAT day. We are having the complete day analysis. First slot ka analysis 12:30, 10 से 12 slot है 12:30 analysis. Second slot analysis 4:30. Third slot analysis combined is at 8:30. Join us on that day. Whole day will be talking about CAT. So do not forget to join us on that day. Also on our app, you will find a score calculator जिसमें आप अपना जैसे ही रिस्पॉन्स शीट डालेंगे आपको स्कोर पता लग जाएगा कितना आ रहा है, प्लस दी परसेंटाइल प्रेडिक्टर एज वेल कि आपका कितना परसेंटाइल आएगा इस स्कोर पे. सो डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू यूज देम एज वेल. दे आर गोइंग टू बी वेरी यूजफुल फॉर यू. Sir is graduate in July 2023 and giving CAT. Does this count as academic gap? No, Ankit Bajpai, it does not. Sir, I don't have any extracurricular activities. Should I apply to SPJIN? Yes, you can. If you are getting a very good percentile, you can probably, just compensate your extracurriculars there. Okay, guys, that's all from my side. Have a good day now. Baba, tata, and take care of yourself. Bye bye, everyone.